One Indiana sheriff says that President Obama makes good on a promise to issue an executive order requiring law enforcement to register guns. He would ignore it. Wow. That sheriff from Elkhart County, Indiana, Brad Rogers, joins us right now. Sheriff, we know the president has not issued this executive order, but why, in your mind, would you defy it should it come down?
Well, the rhetoric that's occurring from anti-gun people, including the president, would suggest that something like this could happen. So, you know, you got rhetoric like the president, just moments after the Oregon shooting, he comes on the air and says he's politicizing it, and then says that, quite frankly, we should be like other countries like Australia and Great Britain, both of which have banned and confiscated firearms.
So you're on WNIT's Politically Speaking, and you impromptly asked, by the way, if this comes down and if the president thinks he can do it, it's going to stop in my county. Now, you're a law enforcement guy. How do you rationalize defying what would be an executive order?
Well, you know, law enforcement officers take an oath of office just like any elected official or any government official. Article 6, Section 3 of the Constitution provides for that oath of office. Right. And it says that I will uphold the Constitution, I will defend the Constitution to the best of my ability, so help me God. And when there's laws or orders that violate that Constitution, I don't have to obey them.
Sheriff, I know you know and you do state that you are upset, like everybody else, about these school shootings. You do want to see something changed. What would you like to see changed? What can we do to stop what we all agree has to stop?
Well, that's a great question, and I think it's a reasonable conversation. Like the anti-gun people say, let's have a reasonable conversation about gun laws. I say let's have a reasonable conversation about getting rid of gun-free zones and that are kill zones. And why wouldn't we want to protect our greatest treasures, our children? We protect our politicians, we protect our VIPs with armed guards, but yet we won't protect our children. That doesn't make sense.
Right. And do you think other sheriffs feel the same way you do?
Oh, absolutely. They're maybe not quite as vocal as I am, but there's quite a few pro-Second Amendment sheriffs and chiefs out there. In fact, the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association has put together a list of those sheriffs that have vowed not to enforce any anti-Second Amendment laws or orders.
Right. So if the executive order comes down, Sheriff Brad Rogers will not be adhering to it, and it will be game on. Sheriff, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, so there you go. That's what's happening in Elkhart. What about you? How do you feel about that? The sheriff has the right to do that? 19 minutes after the hour. Coming up.